A great day in SimWorld, everybody. Good morning and welcome to SimWorld Today. I'm B. Ron. Alongside me, as always, is my co-host, the Kaufman himself, Yells. Good morning. How you
The
doing?
cough, man. Hey, I am great. It's Tuesday. It's whoever dubbed it Terrific Tuesday and Tigo
Yeah.
something Tuesday. I'm with that too. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Tuesday, indeed, everybody. Thank you for joining us as always. And look, man, let's get right into it. All right, let's get right into it. Royce Anderson. We know he's over there with the AT aliens now. Um, uh, I, I don't know where all of this talk comes from about Royce Anderson. Will he be enough make the ATLians competitive or whatever? But by himself. But that's where we are. And that's kind of what I want to start off the day talking about. By himself, will Royce Anderson be enough to make the ATL competitive? No, not by himself.
No,
Not by himself.
no,
And
not at all.
and and and, and I don't understand this concept of uh one guy being the do it all for the team and that kind of thing. We see it a lot in the superstar era of basketball. There's always been superstars. Let's be clear, but I think now it's more heightened because of the media attention. But LeBron James, for example, you know, there's talk about him being the everything guy for whoever it is, but it's a team game. You have to have a team around you to do it. So by himself, Royce won't be enough, and they have players around him too. He will keep. I think people forget about that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, now look, the reason why the question is, will Royce be enough? Let's be honest. That Bay Area squad, the Bay Area Breaker squad last year was absolutely loaded with talent.
Yeah,
He was absolutely one of the great factors on that team, and then we saw the season play out, and he got less opportunity than people expected. But in his
agree.
moments, he showed out. And
Yep.
he showed that he's a top tier, top 10 player in all of prep basketball. And then he's scoring the team. So he had a tumultuous offseason. A lot of high school kids don't get that kind of clout throughout the country, where
Yeah.
people kind of bidding on him. So that kind of caused a media frenzy. That's why they're talking about him. And he went to a squad that struggled offensively last season. The only way that they were able to get buckets was through a young man by the name of now I forget his
Duval.
name, Demario Duval. Yeah, he was putting up shot after shot, but he was good offensively, not terribly efficient, but good. Royce is going to get some of that same opportunity. He's a little bigger. We think he's a better scorer because Duval kind of came out of nowhere. So the expectation is that he's going to put points on the board. Now, as we always say, basketball is more than putting points on the board. It's how you get those points. It's defending. It's passing. It's IQ. It's when you do what you do.
Right.
So to your point, you got Adam Mahmoud out there, knockdown
Yep.
shooter. He was one of the top
Yeah.
shooters in the entire league last season. He's going to contribute, and he's going to be elevated by the presence of Royce Anderson. You
Yeah.
got Willie
Absolutely.
Stiles out there, who's Mr. Basketball in Georgia. I've been to Georgia before. I don't know about the rest of you guys. They hoop down there. You don't become Mr. Basketball by nothing. By happenstance. I don't know just
Yeah.
how good he's going to be, but he's got to be pretty good. So they got him. They brought in Trayvon Patrick, and from all accounts and what I've seen on tape, he's a good scorer. So by himself, absolutely not. I will say by himself, he could probably shoot this team out of games at times. That's a big possibility. If he goes on a
Right.
rampage, he could be the reason this team loses games as opposed to elevating them. But I say all that to say his star power and his scoring ability, his elite level scoring ability, mixed with his size and the fact that he can play off ball, this team is a lot better than they were last year, in my opinion.
You mentioned all those names and forgot about Bevins and Patches.
How can I forget?
I
How could I
wanted to
get
give
my
the young man some
favorite
shine.
name in all of SimWorld Hoops?
Yeah, I wanted to give the man some shine. Gotta shout him out too. Friend of the show, Bevins and
Yeah,
Patches.
and look,
Um,
he facilitates and plays defense. He does the he
yeah,
does the few things that I did not mention. That this team is going to be highlighted by. So there you have some leadership in that area too. So
yeah. I think they'll be better than last season. I'm not sure how much yet, but I'm still in the process of feeling out a lot of these teams coming into the new season here. We can talk about that at a later date, of course, though. But we do have a guest joining us this morning, Yels.
Do we now?
Yes, we do. It is the head coach of the Rocky Mountain Monsters, Josh Robinson. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. Doing well, doing well. How are you guys?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm wonderful.
Yep.
I can't
Hey,
speak for
hey,
Yels,
hey,
but I'm
hey.
wonderful.
I'm good too. We got Coach Rob in the building. I got a little bit of a cough, but I'm good.
Hey man, look, it's good to have you here, Coach. Really is. I'm gonna jump into a question here for you real quick. I'm gonna hit you with the maybe a little bit of a hard one off the bat. We'll see. I don't know.
Love it.
So joining the team, joining the team a couple seasons ago, leaving the team due to others you had going on, and then coming back to the team in the off season here. How has that affected your relationship with the team and the ownership over there, if
Uh,
at all?
with the players haven't missed a hitch. Haven't skipped a beat. Players have been welcoming with open arms, very understanding of my personal situation. So, um, really appreciative of the players. Ownership, uh, still kind of working through some things. Um, we got appears we have a owner who likes to go out and visit the clubs here in downtown Denver. So we're working through some things. We're working through some things.
Yeah, that came out a little bit, and I know the league went in and did his investigation, kind of walked away from it. We hear he owns quite a few clubs. Are you letting your kids hit the clubs with him, or are you trying to kind of stand in the middle of that without stepping on toes?
Uh, I'm trying to stand in the middle without stepping on toes. To be honest with you, these are kids we're dealing with here, and if there's one thing I learned from a couple seasons ago during the Brian Vaughn crisis,
Oh
as
man,
you
Oh yeah,
as you would
yeah.
say,
yeah.
just distractions can certainly hurt your team. So I have tried to make it apparent, you know, I'm all about having fun. I'm all about enjoying yourself, but I would prefer that we focus more so on our play on the court before we go out and indulge ourselves, needless to say.
The only thing no kids better be indulging themselves in the juice boxes. All right, I'm just saying these are these are
Juice
15,
box.
15 to 17-year-old kids. They not nah. We not doing that.
Okay, to be fair, I was not drinking juice boxes at 15. Come on, B-Ron. Come on. You were trying to figure out how to get to
Hyperbole,
the mom's.
hyperbole,
Okay,
man.
fair enough. It's
Yeah,
it's Tuesday morning. Let me not do it.
yeah. So, is there a coach either currently or in the past in college or in the NBA level that inspires your coaching style or that you take inspiration from or want to be like?
Man, to be honest with you, being in Denver, I got to look at Michael Malone, NBA head coach of the Denver Nuggets. The way the guy uses his bench, uses his role players, he knows his team inside and out, puts them in great positions. In the past, he's been a little suspect in using his bench, but over the years, he's gotten a lot better. The team has more molded to what he is looking for and what kind of system he runs. Um, he preaches defense. If you win on the defensive end of the floor, more often than not, that's going to lead to success on the opposite end. So, really look to Coach Michael Malone of the NBA Denver Nuggets.
Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting you say that. A mixture of your time there. Also, when you did step away, Rocky Mountain Monsters were the league leader in points per game last season. Defense aside, they were the best offensive team by all accounts in points per
Yeah.
game. Do you expect to bring that same style this year, or are you switching some things up?
Yeah, so if you remember, the coach before the Nuggets was George Karl. George Karl
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
George Karl ran a very up tempo, high pace, run the floor type of scheme. Um, so with the team I have this year, we lost some athletes in the off season. So more of a half court offense this year. Um, so more so trying to uh, what's the term I'm looking for? Uh, replicate what Michael Malone does in the NBA this year. I don't think we'll have as good of an offense as we did last year, but I'm hoping that we kind of raise the level up on the defensive side of the floor.
Got it.
Okay. I would say that you have some of the best offensive creators on the team returning. You got Lucas Banks, Justin Bell, and even a kid like Zane Davis who can shoot the ball too. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that all works out for you. And Cam Astro, of course, got on him as well. But speaking of coaching and that kind of stuff in the NBA, that kind of thing, would you like to move up to the college or pro level if given the opportunity? Or is this your calling here at the prep level where you want to say, you know what, this is where I'm gonna stay. This is where I feel like I need to be and that kind of thing, or do you want to take that next step at some point in time?
Man, in the words of Coach Prime over there in Boulder, Colorado, as a coach, you either get elevated or you get relegated. So definitely looking to move up. Love my kids here, but if the opportunity arises, I would certainly love to move up into the next level. Maybe even venture into the NBA world someday.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. Any team that you would like to coach for in particular that was on a topic?
I'm a
What do you
hometown boy,
in
man. So
Colorado?
I'm a hometown guy. So I got to go with the Nuggets in the NBA. If you were in college, really, man, whatever opportunity comes my way, whatever opportunity comes my way. I'm a Gonzaga Bulldogs fan here in
Okay.
real life. Almost went there myself for college. Uh, Cost ended up being a factor. So if
Yeah.
they were able to pay for me to come up there and coach, I would be more than welcome to join Gonzaga's coaching staff.
Oh, well, you guys are listening in, Zag Nation, or whatever they call it. I don't know. That's a pretty interesting. Coach Rob has some interest, but you got to come with the Bucks. So, B-Ron, I'm disappointed you asked him what team and could not tell that he is a hometown guy. Like obviously it was going to be the Nuggets. Come on, man.
I was hoping, maybe there'd be something else in there. Maybe I don't know. Because look,
Yeah,
even though I'm from where I'm from, I have other favorite teams that I would, potentially like to play for or coach for. So yeah.
fair enough. All right. Well, look, hey, this has all been fun. Lots of laughs here. Lots of enjoyment. This has been a pleasure, B. Rob. Or excuse me, Coach Rob. I gotta ask the question though, man. I gotta
Sure.
ask the question. As I look through these rosters, I look at yours. I scroll not too far over just because they're alphabetically. I see SimWorld Oceania. And I see a kid by the name of Jarrell Beauchamp on this team that was a late addition. We were wondering if he was even going to play in SimWorld Prep this year. Is the question I have is, did he get away from you? Were you not looking at him? And if not, like how did that all pan out? Where we see him go to SimWorld Oceania?
Man, good question. So we were scouting Jarrell. We loved him in all of his open runs, all of the scrims we ran. We love Jarrell. Um, but again, as I stated earlier, we're having more so of an emphasis on that defensive end of the court this year. Trying to make one or two more stops. Last year, when I was there for the first half of the season, there were a few games where one or two stops would have made all the world of difference.
Yeah.
We have the scores, we have the scoring on our team. It's there, it's apparent. Justin Bell, Lucas Banks. We have the scoring. I run a switch everything on defense, and unfortunately, Jarrell just didn't fit. Just didn't fit the mold. We scouted him heavily, and ultimately just came down to a decision to go a different direction. Great player. Have nothing bad to say about him. It was more so just came down to a scheme fit, and we felt that we needed to go in a different direction.
Gotcha. You've alerted your team to be on high alert if you guys play Oceania. I'm not sure if they're on your schedule or not, but
Oh, they
you've
know.
alerted your team, right?
Oh, they know. They know. They know that, and I fully expect Jarrell to come at us, full head of steam too. I bet that's a motivating factor for him. His hometown team didn't really recruit him, so you know, it's
Okay.
on the map. If that matchup comes up, it's certainly going to be circled in one of my books.
Gotcha. Okay. Late addition to the team, you added a young guy by the name of Bondi Thunda. My question is, all the way from Indiana, how did you come across his tape? What did you like about his game? And the most important question I have is, what do y'all call him?
We call him Mr. Thunder. Mr. Thunder.
Mister. Okay, hey, I like
Mr.
it.
Thunder.
Mr. Thunder. No, man. So we had finalized our roster as so we thought. We had Terrence Appleton right on our team, and we were doing going through some scrims, going through some practices, and got approached. Said, hey, here's this Bondi Thunder kid. He's from Indiana, scoring guard, perimeter shot creator. Could bring another element to that second unit. And really liked what we saw on his tape, on his film. And so we extended an offer to him, and fortunately for us, he accepted. Ran a scrim the other day, loved what I saw out of him. Very aggressive kid, can put up shots from just about anywhere. So really excited to have the kid on our team.
Good deal. All right. Well, look.
All right, fantastic, man. That's all. That's all the questions. I mean, I asked all my questions. You ask all your questions.
I mean, we could do this all day, man. We do.
Yeah.
We have a few things to get through.
Yeah.
A pleasure having you on, Coach Rob, as always. And I really enjoyed some of your answers here. I look forward to having you back on sometime if you would like to join, man.
Of course. Thank you guys so much for having me on. Really appreciate the time, and go Monsters.
Go Monsters and Nuggets too, right?
And Nuggets, yes, sir.
All right, man. You have a great evening.
You too, fellas. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, man. Looks like he has a vision for that team. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got to scour that schedule now and see if they're playing Oceania though.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, we'll keep it moving here.
Yeah.
We will keep it moving. Big Red, Reza Red, that is. Coming into this season. So last season he kind of got buried under some of the personalities and some of the coaching mishaps that fell upon the Indy Stripes. Indy Stripes have a new coach, Coach Shiragane. Pit Row Fieldhouse is ready to see more Reza Red, but then insert Dylan Harper. So
Yeah. Right.
right. Do we expect to see a lot more from Reza Red this season? Do you think his light's going to be a little dim? Do you think he's going to get the opportunity? What do you anticipate seeing from Reza this season?
So I am definitely expecting to see a uptick in his usage. I feel like last season, like you said, between the personalities and that stuff was also a thing. But I also think that the fact that he was 15, and I said it plenty of times, but still trying to get used to his body being as big as it is and using it on the court effectively. I feel like that had a lot to do with maybe his lack of production, because we all thought he was going to come in and set the world on fire, being that big of a kid at 15 years old. I think that this will be the first season where we start to see him start to come into his own. He's 16 now, so he still has one more season left to SimWorld Prep. So I would expect that this will be the first season we get to really see what he can do, and then next season we'll get to see the big, the big final form of Red at the prep level. So yes, I do think we'll see uptick in his production this season for sure.
Yeah, I think the addition of Dylan Harper is going to be big for him. Dylan Harper can score from the perimeter, and he's a very, very willing passer. Take nothing away from Benari James last season, because Benari, unbeknownst to a lot of people, was one of the top assist getters in the league. But he's absolutely a scoring guard first. Dylan Harper, I think, kind of fits that James Harden mold. I can't believe I said it, but he is a.
We got him.
Sheesh.
We got him.
He is a willing passer. And the court will be spread. And I think Coach Shiragani's heard some of the desires to get Reza Red more action out there. So I look forward to seeing what he's going to do this season. He's got it, a lot, nothing but up. 9 points a game, 8 rebounds a game. That was in roughly 20 minutes a game last season. I'm pretty sure he'll play more minutes this season. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think someone out there dubbed this season the Resurrection. I think that's pretty cool. I think that may have happened twice now, so we'll see.
Yeah, we sure will. I'm excited to see how it all works out, though, for real. I really, really am. Uh, Before we get out of here, y'all, it's quick game of fact or fiction.
Okay, let's do it.
Can SimWorld Europe finally break out this season and get past 13 wins? They won 13. They won 13 games last season. They don't have Bekic anymore. It's a new start with Zoe Dorn, uh, Ivanov Andre. They still have Carlos Buffini over there. Can they finally, like I said, break out this season and really go on a big run?
Yep. The easy answer for me is yep. They
Okay.
can and they will. Andre, Ivanov, Andre, whatever order it goes in. He's just a big, skilled dude. Now, am I saying he's about to come out and be the best big in SimWorld Prep immediately? No, he's still pretty raw. But he's got he's a big guy and he knows how to use it. Oh, I can hear y'all in the background. I already know. I mean, it is what it is, guys. But yeah, he knows how to use his size, and that's key at this level. That's where a lot of kids make their mark, and that's where you find out they go on to be great centers. You got Ty Merker there, is a great facilitator, and they have a lot of other size. They got another 6'10" kid that can shoot the lights out, from what I hear. Ivan Suslav, and Zodorn's just a monster. He's that kind of motor. He's got that Nick Hugo, maybe not as athletic, but that kind of motor on a team really pushes you. So 13 wins, yeah, they're absolutely gonna blast beyond that, in my opinion.
Blast beyond it. You talking like 19,
Yeah,
18 wins?
yeah, I'm
Or
talking 18, 19 wins.
okay. I'm also gonna say fact. I'm also gonna say fact. I'm not that high on them just yet. Uh, I'll say they get to like 16 wins. I'll give them three more. I'll give them 16.
Look, they're in the Intercontinental region.
Yep.
So let's not forget that. I think I can go ahead and count some. I can do some math on these and count up some easy wins. You got Middle East. I think that's a
Yeah.
gimme. Yeah, I'm not gonna call anybody else out, but I think some of those are gimmies. I think their real test will be against the national team stateside, and maybe your Africa, your Asia Pacific. But I
Yeah.
think Latin America, South America, I think they beat up on them. Oceania, I think because of the style of play, I think they'll take them down too. So I mean, yeah, they can easily get beyond 13 right there within their division. So I see them picking up some wins over some other teams stateside as well. So
Okay.
I'm high on them.
All right. Well, hey, you're high on them. We're high on life. We gotta get out of here though. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Thank you for joining us here on the Tuesday edition of SimWorld today. Remember, you guys, SimWorld is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. We'll see you on Wednesday.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld